Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I'm speaking to R1. This is the cattail contract that none of you mentioned in your performance evaluations. This contract tells every contractor in the county that you can do your work, you can not do your work, and we'll still pay you for it. Yet none of you mentioned this in your performance evaluations. This is the Proline letter from the CEO saying the reason for the cost increase was because the purchasing department miswrote a contract saying acres and cubic yards in the same contract costs us hundreds of thousands of extra dollars, and no mention of this in your performance reviews. Also, he didn't even mention that all this debris was in this lake, which is what we were told was one of the reasons for the increase. This is the first grant application that disappeared, where you yourself, Mr. Chairman, found that there were non-engineering items in that grant application, yet none of you mentioned this in your performance evaluations of Mr. Sandrock. This is the second grant application, where we find the residents of Spring Lake are now required to clean up the Peace River. 80% of the pollution reduction is from digging up swales and not replacing the septics. You don't mention this in your performance evaluations. This is the budget that you folks just passed. We asked for a simple column telling us how much every line item had gone up and had gone down over the previous year, so we could identify which items were costing us more or less. Simple. In the rest of the business world, this is standard operating procedure, yet none of you mention this in your performance evaluation. The Spring Lake Sewer Project, where Terry Kuchar comes in the middle of the night, unannounced, not on the agenda, and tells us that the cost has gone up by $4 million. And yet none of you even mention that in your performance evaluations. I've got many others, but my time is a bit limited here, Commissioners. But I'd like to say now, after reading your performance evaluations, the question becomes, does this Board of County Commissioners agree with all of these problems that go on? Since you don't mention it, the only conclusion that the residents of Charlotte County can say is that you all agree with this some of these deceptions, these lies, and this incompetence. There is no other conclusion. And the residents of Charlotte County deserve a better county administrator, and we deserve a better board that we hired to watch our money and manage it efficiently. And when you do these performance evaluations, you are now tied to Mr. Sandrock's performance, and you say that you agree with these deceptions, this incompetence, and this mismanagement.
This is Citizens.